In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on April 8, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 2 betting picks a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Portland Trail Blazers versus Dallas Mavericks. The Portland Trail Blazers' disappointing season is nearing its merciful end. They only have a couple more games to go, including one Friday night at Dallas. The Blazers are 13th in the Western Conference at 27-53, well out of playoff contention, while the Mavericks are 50-30, 4th in the Western Conference. Dallas has won both meetings this season against Portland, covering both times. Portland has been eliminated from playoff contention, and the Trail Blazers have a completely different roster at this point than when they started the regular season. The Portland Trail Blazers are on the end of a back-to-back, and they're fielding the worst roster in the league while getting smacked nightly. The Trail Blazers entered last night, losing their last 5 games by an average of 11 points, and then lost to the Pelicans by 31 points. It's hideous in Portland right now. The Trail Blazers have been plagued by injuries for a while now, and they're totally in rebuild mode given how poorly they've been lately. So I'm definitely going with the Mavericks to take advantage in this one. Portland is 0-8 straight up and 1-7 against the spread over its last 8 games played. Dallas has an outside chance of catching Golden State for 3rd place in the Western Conference, giving the Mavericks far more incentive in this matchup on Friday. The Dallas Mavericks aren't a team I'm running to the window to lay massive chalk with, but they're still fighting for seeding. They have the rest advantage here, and they're at home. The line is indeed very hefty, but there's no reason the Mavericks shouldn't coast at home given how poor the Trail Blazers have been lately. So the Dallas Mavericks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Blazers are playing the second night of a back-to-back. They will be a tired team just looking to be done with the season. That means the defense will be bad and the red-hot Mavericks will run them out of the building. The Mavericks have definitely stepped up their offensive production since Dinwiddie arrived in a trade with Washington. The over is 5-0 in the Mavericks' last 5 games overall and 13-3 in their last 16 games against a team with a losing straight-up record. Portland probably won't break 100, but Dallas will score enough to push this one. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Phoenix Suns versus Utah Jazz. 2 of the best teams in the Western Conference will clash on Friday night when the Phoenix Suns visit the Utah Jazz at Vivint Arena. Phoenix has the best record in the NBA by far at 63-17. Although it is coming off a 113-109 road loss to the Los Angeles Clippers on Wednesday as a 7-point underdog. Utah demolished the Oklahoma City Thunder 137-101 on Wednesday to easily cover as a 15.5-point home favorite, and remains the number 5 seed in the West at 48-32. The Suns have won 2 of the 3 head-to-head matchups this season, including a 105-97 triumph in the lone meeting in Utah back on January 26th. The Suns are 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 Friday games, and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. The Jazz are 9-3-2 against the spread in their last 14 home games, and 16-33-4 against the spread in their last 53 games overall. The under is 5-1 in Suns' last 6 overall. The over is 4-1 in Jazz' last 5 overall. The Suns are 6-2 against the spread in the last 8 meetings. The Phoenix Suns have nothing to play for at this point and could very well rest the majority of their key guys. So check the roster before betting. The Utah Jazz are winning their last 5 games by an average of 9 points, and they need another win to lock up the 5th seed in the West. The Jazz simply have more to play for at this point, and that should mean something in a near toss-up game. Utah might finally be playing to its full potential again with a couple nice performances lately, and the Suns can't be trusted as long as their injury report looks like this. So the Utah Jazz to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Both of these offenses have performed at a high level all season, ranking in the top 10 in scoring and shooting numbers. If both squads were operating at full strength, this number would likely be a bit higher. The under is 3-0 to 1 in Utah's last 4 following an against the spread win, and 5-1 in the Suns' last 6 overall. No matter who is playing, the Suns have shown they are going to compete hard on the defensive end and still have enough to be successful at third in the NBA in rating. One thing helping matters is Bridges still being on the floor often, as he can provide a tough matchup for Mitchell on the wing to slow down this elite Jazz offense a bit. Udoh is still a respectable 11th in defensive rating with an elite anchor in Gobert, and the fact it slows it down to 97.1 possessions per game will help the scoring numbers. These are good defensive teams, and Phoenix is likely to be missing too much production for the total to hold. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Oklahoma City Thunder versus Los Angeles Lakers. The Oklahoma City Thunder will conclude the season with a 3-game road trip. They opened this trip with a massive loss to the Jazz and now will face both Los Angeles teams on Friday and Sunday. The Los Angeles Lakers have nothing to play for after missing out on the playoffs, and this game is not important for either side. These Western Conference rivals have met 3 times this season, and Oklahoma City leads the series 2-1. The Lakers were better in 7 of the previous 10 head-to-head encounters. The Thunder were in decent form before they ran into the Jazz on Wednesday, but now they have a chance to bounce back against an ice-cold Lakers team who have officially given up on the season. The Thunder are 6-0 against the spread in the last 6 meetings in Los Angeles, and also 27-9 against the spread in their last 36 road games. This line makes 0 sense to me, as the Los Angeles Lakers were a joke even at full strength, and now they've thrown in the towel on the season with the playoffs out of the question. Like last night, I doubt we see LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Westbrook for this meaningless game. Also, the Oklahoma City Thunder 27-12 against the spread on the road and 48-28-4 against the spread on the season. With both teams most likely playing their reserves here, I'm actually leaning more towards the Oklahoma City Thunder, who have been playing their reserves for a while now and have the chemistry advantage. Losing at home to a team that is 7 games below them would be the final nail in the coffin of a disastrous Lakers season. So the Oklahoma City Thunder to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Despite the fact that Oklahoma City has the worst offense in the NBA, it was the case when all the original starters were available. Let alone now, I expect to see no defenses in this game. The Lakers are already playing like they never played defense in their lives, allowing 114+ points in each of their last 13 games. For the 6th time during their 8-game losing streak, the Lakers have allowed their opponent to score over 120 points, which is arguably the worst stretch of defense played in franchise history. The Oklahoma City Thunder ranked dead last in the NBA, averaging just 104 points per game this season. But even they have put up 123 points on the Lakers earlier this season. The Lakers have simply stopped putting in the effort on defense. Their last 8 of 11 games have all gone over the total as a result. Oklahoma has also gone over in 13 of their last 20, with the last 7 of 10 meetings between them cashing on the over. Playing at Crypto.com Arena will be a huge motivation for the young Thunder, and I am pretty sure they will give their all to make an upset and score as many points as possible. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.